We back.
Hi.
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 Hola.
How's everybody doing?
¿Cómo
Everybody feel
estás?
good?
I feel great.
Third hour. We just defeated some Mistress. We're gonna keep going in traditional fashion. So, thanks again. I have lots of things I want to say, and it's gonna just be repetitious.
Whatever. That was a thing of beauty.
I was making room!
She was kept by a head.
I had to tamp down the cheese puffs.
Manners. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Thank you guys for sticking with us. We're going to continue on with Coven and see where this crazy adventure takes us at this point. So,
To Leo and Yanni specifically.
Thank you
to everybody. Well, they hate it, so I just want to, like, yeah.
They'll never do this for us again.
yet they keep doing it.
Oh, that's a big one. Oh, Minnesota.
And we're now docked. Please let me get to that.
Minnesota.
Perfect. So, the yarn surrounding Jaaldura and Magpie has been chewed to death by a bunch of insects that came out of Molly's wrists.
Ew.
But the yarn is gone. The mist wraiths have been defeated, and you all are left standing in the sort of cleared space in the middle of the western woods on your way back home. Shaken, but not stirred. And
I hate it. Oh, God. It's very good.
ready to continue on, but what are you guys all doing?
Et tu, Brute?
I think, after seeing what happened to Magpie, us is gonna kind of like hurry over to Magpie.
Are you okay? What happened?
Like expecting this large square of woman.
I'm gonna go up to her too. What's happening? Are you okay?
Ashes as Jaaldura comes over and like analyzes Magpie as well, asking her if she's okay. You see there's 3 puncture wounds on Magpie's back, and also 3 slashes across Jaaldura's face, all of which have sort of, they're not healed over necessarily, but they appear to have been like encased in ice, like they're frozen over almost, like they're not bleeding out.
Can I investigate this?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cold.
Am I interested in rolling investigation?
Arcana or investigation, either one.
I thought that was a bird.
Okay, it's
That
the same,
wasn't
it doesn't
bad.
matter.
Okay.
That's understandable. Oh, if I was talons and lifting me away.
I got 13.
13. What are you trying to like? What are you trying to?
I'm trying to ascertain if this ice is dangerous to them or is like somehow cauterize the wound or whatever.
It appears that it is
Lasting
not.
damage.
It's not a lasting effect. It's not causing them any more, other than mild discomfort. It's not doing anything to them at this point. It seems to be a magical effect of whatever the creatures were. It does appear to have stopped the bleeding though. So.
Okay. So it is kind of effectively cold cauterizing them or whatever.
Yeah, more or less.
Convenient.
Are you alright? I'm cold a little, but might be nice to rest for a while. I'm in for a bit of
Molly's like in hysterics, like tearing at the thread like out of the trees still.
Oh no. Is she okay?
She's like, ah! God!
I'm gonna go over to her then after inspecting makeup. Molly,
Trying to hop and like grab the last few like threads.
I'm gonna grab the high up ones. Molly, I got it. What's wrong?
I did this.
What do you mean you did this?
I don't remember doing this, but I did this. I mean, and I hold up like just these tatters of red yarn, and you know what this looks like. You know how I cast spells. You've seen this.
But you said it wasn't you.
She throws it on the ground. It had to be.
Molly, no one's blaming you for what happened.
I'm blaming me.
You can't blame yourself for something you're not in control of.
That's right.
I should have been better.
No.
Yes, Emily's gone. Nothing makes sense. And we're stuck here, and it's because you were trying to find me.
It's not your fault, Molly.
Of course we would try and find you. You would find us.
We need to find Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen.
She's like,
And we are.
Let's go home.
We're working on it.
But I think maybe we should just take a minute and let Magpie rest a bit.
Yeah, she's very old.
How close are we to home?
Excuse
Well, survival
me.
check.
Are you not very old? I'm only 302 years
One.
You have no idea.
I'd be dead if I was that old.
I would say you guys notice though, Kram sort of walks ahead and starts like analyzing, like looks off in the distance, like.
I want to get scooting.
Wait a minute, Kram.
Gwen! Gwen!
Kram, wait a minute. What? Listen, this isn't exactly our home as we know it. So when we get there, it might not actually be somewhere we could rest.
Sure. Let's just try. Maybe Gwen's there.
I'm gonna walk up behind her. Kram,
Ah,
do you love Gwen?
very much.
oh.
That's really nice.
Yeah, let's get.
I'm
get
glad
to
you're
finding her.
looking for her.
We should be looking harder.
We'll find her. If you're helping us, we'll find her.
Aw.
Yeah. Be better.
You small
Take a D4 of inspiration from Jaaldura's friendship.
Jaaldura's friendship inspo die.
Cute.
So, are we cool taking like a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to roll hit die and
I'm
stuff.
I would love to.
I want to roll hit die, and then I would also like to use my Brewster ability
To try and make potions and
Yes.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold on to a few of that, a bit of that yarn.
What was the question? Gordon? Oh, yep. It's been a while since we've done this. Oh, let me pull up my old notes.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship. Roll me a d6, please, Miss Magpie.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
4.
Corruption point?
You made a filter of love.
How applicable.
He loves Gwen!
Also, you can roll. You can do 2, just because you've had a lot of time to get like proficient at this and practice. So go ahead, roll me 2.
we ought to love.
12.
Technically, though,
Seven
it wasn't really
is
his
excellent.
choice.
1.
1. You make a potion of growing and shrinking.
Ooh.
Does that
Useful.
work like enlarge reduce?
Yes, absolutely
Okay.
like that.
You could shrink me and we could all be the same size. Or I could be bigger than you. Oh, that'd be good.
You became like Dick Van Dyke from like for a second there.
I think Mary Poppins.
From Mary Poppins specifically.
I think during this time, while everyone's kind of like resting and she's making some potions, Asher's gonna sit down and open his book and kind of look over the notes again.
Mhm.
And Beasley's still out because he didn't
Yeah.
put him away.
Mhm.
He's going to show it to him again.
Mhm.
We're going back to our home, right?
Right.
Do you have any thoughts on what we might find or what we should look for?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Perception?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Cough it up, bees.
Cough it up, bees.
Nerd.
Persuasion. 17.
17. He kind of like pauses and looks, and he like it seems like he's thinking. It seems like he's contemplating what it could mean, and he goes, "I believe what you're looking for is some sort of key."
But does that mean a physical key or something else?
Oh, it's physical. It's very physical, but it's been broken apart.
Pieces of a key.
Pieces of a key. I believe one piece will be at the end of whatever this sentence means.
You'll find me at the story where the story began.
So whatever that means, I believe you'll find some semblance of a missing piece of a key.
You know, this cryptic thing is very annoying.
I didn't write it. If I did, I would have made it much more
I
straightforward.
mean, like 10
15 minutes ago you said to be nice to the cryptic things.
I'm just saying, every once in a while it'd be nice to be direct.
What about any of these riddles could possibly lead you to a key? I'm not following your logic, Beasley.
That's not my logic. I'm not really following it either. I just know how
Is it your job to spoon feed us information?
Sort of. Him, yes, but I frankly don't really know what Venzar
Are you
has planned.
connected to Venzar?
Yes.
Are you his skull?
No.
Supposedly, he works for both of them, but we're not quite sure where his loyalties lie. You say Ashes
Yes.
first.
Yes.
I find that challenging.
Feel free to be challenged by it, but that's the truth.
I don't find it challenging. I think that's lovely.
But Beasley's been with you since I was very small.
I honestly don't know what Venzar has planned. That's the long and the short of it. I mean, I imagine that whatever we're going to find is wherever he claims this story began.
But is that Gwen? And what? She like kind of goes over like from her head, I guess. You know, a moth, a sparrow, a wolf, all of these cryptic clues. What in any of this passage would lead you to thinking a key was involved, let alone a physical key? I don't really understand where you're getting this from. Venzar, exactly. You're already keeping information from us. What else do you know?
That's it. I don't know anything else.
I'm sorry, Ashes. I just find the logic to be a little bit inconclusive. I don't know if we should trust him.
No. Beasley.
Why wouldn't Venzar just tell us it was a key?
Because Venzar never says that.
How convenient.
Half the time he shows up as a dog. Like, you know, it's hard sometimes. He doesn't just tell me things. I have to figure them out.
You can do better.
Then what?
Whatever he's offering.
Molly,
What?
mind your business. His relationship is his business.
Well, it's our business too, because we're family.
No.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes, we are.
We have bigger concerns than Ash's choice in companion. Spouse?
No.
We're not married.
But dating.
No!
Not dating.
That I would. No!
Why
It
not?
doesn't matter what
Okay.
it is. God.
Yeah, no
It's fine.
labels, it's fine.
The fact is, we don't have any other leads other than this.
That's
And
true.
you want to stop them, right?
Yes. And you're right. I mean, I know we don't.
Look,
We don't have anything else to go on, so I'm fine with pursuing this, but
Listen, just be like me and don't care. Easy.
You care. I
No.
know you care.
No.
I've seen it.
out of
You
everybody's
see a lot.
Kram, roll me another
That's
survival check. Because you're still continuing to look for home, I'm assuming.
I'm fine with going down this
snatching
road.
mushrooms when
I
I see them and
just
gobbling them up.
I don't know.
17. You know you're not far.
I don't know.
look. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, Molly. And I'm not asking you to unravel the secrets of demons and devils, alright? That's kind of my thing. I'm just asking you to just work with us.
I never said I wasn't going to. I'm just I want to know why this is happening. I want
And listen.
to know we're going down the right path. What if we had turned around and gone farther back in that cave?
Could've
I
just seen
went
more
that
caves.
far. Look,
And
Did
then
you check?
I mean, I was with him when he went, yes.
I think at this point, Ashes will reach into his backpack and he pulls out Gwen's hand cap.
I went as far as you could go.
Wow.
This.
You had the whole time?
That's fair.
Wow. Give it to me.
No.
It's mine.
No, don't give it to her.
Ashes kind of like clutches it to his chest.
I went as far as it could go, and this is all I found. Kram, if you touch me again, I will hex you.
That's Gwen's. It's mine.
It's Gwen's. It's not yours.
We're like the same person.
I could hold it for you.
Meta. That's so good on so many levels.
Ashes just kind of like slowly looks down.
I'm holding on to this for Gwen.
Fine. Then I'm gonna go home. You can follow me if you want.
Give it to him,
Go off to the
Ashes!
direction I think it is.
No, Kram, stay with us!
We're close.
Kram,
Just follow me.
He's going to home.
Ashes is gonna stuff this back into his pocket.
Well, Jaaldura is gonna run after
Okay,
Kram.
we'll say the effects of short rest have taken effect, so you got your hit die and everything. Kram starts walking.
Molly will follow.
So, Magpie.
Ashes does too, but he's just like rolling his eyes.
That's fine. You guys come upon, Kram,
much
you
drama.
first. You come upon the scene of this small hovel that you've become very intimately familiar with. It looks, for all intents and purposes, it looks the same. It's
Home, sweet home.
peaked roof,
We found
tall wooden door, but you guys see sort of cascading off of the roof to the ground are almost these like tendril-like red threads of yarn.
Oh, God.
I think our house needs a trim.
They almost look like
Probably.
icicle lights almost off of the roof, sort of like hanging there and just sort of like willowing. Like,
Remember what I said, Jaaldura? This is a dream.
Let me hold.
This is a
Just
dream.
give me a minute. I think I can fix this, and I'm going to cast infestation again.
mhm. So you guys watch as
Summon my moth friends.
Molly puts her hand on the door, like just straight on the door face, and all of these tiny insects sort of like crawl out of her skin in her hand and just explode across the expanse of the hovel, and they chitter and crawl their way up to the gutters and the rooftops and begin eating away at all of these little red threads. And you see some of them actually crawl in between the seam of the door and behind it, and you can hear them like doing work on the other side of the door, basically.
Traps.
And the door, you actually like are blown back as the door sort of like whooshes open, and you feel the wind, and the wind sort of like blows your hair back as you see the last remnants of these red threads that were crossed all the way across the doorway, that are now severed and are beginning to dissipate. But inside you see the one interior, the interior where you all slept, the kitchen, the hearth. The herbs hanging from the slats in the roof, and it seems very familiar and nostalgic. It even smells the same.
Is Epo anywhere?
You can roll me a perception check, please.
Evil people.
Yes, Molly.
I'm sorry.
What? What are you sorry for?
I'm sorry.
I only got a 4.
You only got 4. You don't have any indication. I mean, you're only in the house, though. You haven't, like, gone to the barn yet,
Sure.
so.
It should be safe now.
What do you mean?
You can go in if you want, Jaaldura.
It wasn't always safe.
Magpie's just gonna walk in.
I'm going to have everybody roll me investigation checks, because to reiterate, the phrase was cast out by frightened shepherds, you'll find me where the story began.
Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go peek in the barn, like with every intention of coming right back, but
Go for it.
Yeah.
5,
I have a 23.
23,
12.
4, 12.
Investigation.
Yeah, investigation.
Not natural, but I got a 1.
Aww.
And
A
I got
dirty
a 2
one.
minus 1.
Aw.
No sign.
Ashes, where are you looking?
I think given what he knows, and he knows it began with a dream, he would start where Molly and everyone else sleeps.
Mm-hmm. Good call.
Which is everywhere, because it's a
one room.
It's like
I'm assuming our bedding and like that's where he
You
would.
guys have normal like places where you sleep. So Kram, you like kind of go immediately to the kitchen and like start rifling through the cabinets, like I'm gonna make lunch, and it's starting to get very dim outside too. But you sort of run your hand over where the wood slatting is. Like there's no bed rolls here. There's no like linens or anything that you guys would normally use to sleep. But like this sunken sort of living room, like basically the way that the room was laid out is it's this one interior space where right in front of the hearth was this little like sunken spot where the smaller members, where Molly and Ashes, you two would sort of nestle up, and on either side Gwen and Magpie would sort of sleep next to you. And you run your hand along the wood planks and feel something carved into the wood plank that feels different than you remember.
Okay.
The wood grain has been disrupted by something.
Okay, I want to kind of investigate that further. See if
You run your hand along kind of where that carving is, and the more you trace your fingers over top of it, the more it seems like you've got the drawing in your head. It seems like the head of a wolf, a symbol.
Okay, so I'm guessing that would be my symbol of a wolf. All right. Is it like just in the wood here?
I don't know. What do you want to do with it?
No. I'm just gonna call over everyone.
Okay.
And just be like,
I think I found our symbol.
At this point, Jaaldura, you're in the barn looking. At this point, roll me a perception check.
It looks like the floor.
Perception 13.
Look
13.
closer.
You hear something chewing in the barn.
Oh,
You don't see anything, but you hear something chewing.
I'm gonna go towards it. Because it might be hippo.
You kind of are like looking around, looking into each of the stalls, looking where the hay is, looking into the loft, looking down again, like looking around. You don't see anything, but you still continue to hear this chewing, and then you hear a couple like almost like something's like adjusting its stance, like hoofbeats, like something standing, adjusting
Clip,
as
clop.
it's a little bit of clip clop.
Hippo.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh. Bull.
Shit!
Aw.
Okay, animal handling.
You don't hear any response. You don't get any response, but you still hear those sounds.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move towards them for sure.
Okay. You gather that whatever is making these sounds is in one particular stall, and you can actually see the hay being like nuzzled around, like moved around, and then sort of like gathered, and then dissipates, and then moved around again. So something's agitating it in some fashion. You just can't see it.
If you don't see it, is it still real?
Yes.
Everything's real.
I told you it was a dream, Jaaldura.
I'm going in to the stall. I'm gonna try and reach out to touch whatever it is that's moving the hay.
Okay, roll me another animal handling check.
God damn it. 6.
The veil of the Feywild is too strong.
You feel something whip around Bray and kick you in the chest.
That's my boy!
What's your AC again? 13. It does hit you. You feel these two, like, you feel like a hoof, like, in your chest, like, knock the wind out of you for a second, and something brays turns around and strikes, and it, like, spooked by something approaching it. But you still don't see it anywhere. You just feel this, like, very real presence of this donkey turning around.
It's here. He's here.
So you sort of blown back, like holding your chest, gather your breath again.
My boy!
You get one final try. Roll me an animal handling check.
I'm using a different dice, Shelby.
Come on.
It hopped out, but 14.
14.
That's better.
As you reach out, this donkey brays, and you sort of are like, what do you say? What do you say? Like knowing what's in front of you. So.
Hippo, I'm sorry we left you in the woods, but we came back for you. We always come back.
You hear this braying, sort of like, I can't do a donkey bray, obviously, but it sort of like quiets a little bit as you start to see this shape. It's got its butt to you because it just struck you in the chest with its back feet, but it starts to turn around, and you see the figure start to apparate. It is Epo for all intents and purposes, but it is sort of this ethereal version. It almost looks like a little bit, yeah. It's
Nether Epo.
Nether Epo. So it is like, you know, normally like dappled gray fuzzy coat is still that way. It's still very like desaturated and dappled gray, but there's nothing in the eye sockets, and it's his entire maw is just teeth. Like his whole face just looks like very skull-like. But he sort of walks up to you as he normally would and sort of like pushes his head against your frame and nuzzles you and still braying, still like kind of a little bit anxious, but your calming voice has...
Jaaldura falls to her knees and wraps her arm around skeletal
Oh.
Epo. And is like, Epo!
It's sweet, but it's like, ooh.
Yeah, something bad gonna happen, but...
You guys hear braying in the barn as Ashes, you kind of run Magpie's hand over these carvings in the wood.
Yep. Molly will come over there too, and
Dinner's up. It's like a plate of sandwiches.
Can I piece together what I'm feeling?
I'm gonna grab a sandwich.
Question.
Yes.
It's a what?
It's fae food, right?
Fae food.
Oh fuck.
Kind of feels
Hell
like
yeah, it's fae
Kyle.
food.
I've already had like a sandwich and a half.
Work with me, please.
Perfect.
That was a joke.
Oh.
I can make jokes.
Well, sometimes it's hard as hell. Anyways, right? It's a loaf.
Sure.
Can I inspect this?
Mhm.
I'm looking for like, are there any arcane marks or anything that accompany it or are built into this like carving, or I guess also like trapdoor-esque? Like, is there
An investigation
anything
check? Yeah.
like that? Investigation 18.
You gather, there's no arcane markings on it necessarily, but you see where the carvings are. It would require a normal sized hand. Like your hand is a little bit too small to match it, but you kind of line your fingers up, one at the crown, like the crown of the wolf's head, one at its nose, and one at the back of its neck. And you gather that if you were to put 3 fingers into those like slats, you could turn it. But your hand's too small.
Ashes or Magpie? I can't quite. You see how my fingers are?
Yeah.
Put your pinky in that right
Magpie
there.
will do it.
And her hands big enough?
A dwarf sense, yeah.
Okay.
She's got big hands. Yeah.
Just meaty, girthy.
Be careful.
You should be able to turn it now.
You turn it, and
No counterclockwise.
the entire beam of wood depresses and then splits apart where the carving of the wolf is, and underneath it you do find not only a portion of, it's a medallion with a wolf's head on it, and sort of like underneath this slat of wood in place already, but 2 empty places where 2 other medallions need to rest.
Resident Evil!
Is it? Okay. Is it shiny?
It's shiny, yeah.
Magpie wants to reach for it and take it out.
Wait.
No.
You can try and contest it.
I would have contested him.
What are we
What am I rolling?
Dex v Dex.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you both swiping
Oh
at it?
no.
I got an 8.
6.
Can I come up and try to swipe it at the same time, but they don't know I'm there?
You're in the kitchen!
Yeah, you're doing kitchen stuff.
Sandwiches.
He did come out with
I think
sandwiches.
they would notice you and trying to swipe at it. You could absolutely try to swipe at it, but they would absolutely know you're there.
It's
I
just
have a
sitting
high
in
sleight
the
of hand.
floor. What could it do in there?
Look. It looks like we gotta put more stuff with it, though.
But look, empty spot, right here.
Well, why
Perfect
don't...
fit.
Listen.
On her cloak.
Listen.
Level with me here. Potentially, there's 2 more. So, we leave this one here,
Go get the others.
get the other 2, do
Boom,
whatever
boom.
we gotta do with them, and then you get 3. Right?
We have to take it with us, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like at this
It's
point,
like a medallion, right?
Beasley,
Yes?
Yeah, there's holders for the 2.
Oh, I see.
I need a second opinion. Obviously, there's 2 empty spots.
Mm-hmm.
And that's built into the floor, you're saying?
It's underneath it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Do we leave this one here because it needs to be there, or should we take it?
That is a very good question.
Beasley, I swear to God.
I think we should take it just to keep it safe, and then, I mean, we're gonna come back anyway.
Magpie?
Her logic is sound. I mean, clearly it goes here, but if something were to sabotage you in the way, it couldn't hurt to have it with you. That way you can keep an eye on it.
If I let you hold this,
You have
when the
to...
time comes, you gotta put it back in here for whatever it needs to be in your...
Fine. She smiles big with like 3 teeth.
I'm rolling insight.
Okay, yeah. Relevant charisma check, Shelby, please.
Molly's gonna grab a sandwich.
Yeah, free food. Eat it up.
You roll.
I rolled a
good.
14.
Cucumber sandwich.
Tastes
so good.
You surmise that for the greater good, she can be convinced to put it back.
Alright.
But if she don't need to, she not gonna.
I think very carefully Ashes is going to take this medallion out.
You take it out, nothing happens. It feels very heavy in your hand. It's much bigger than like a normal coin would be. It's like the size of your palm, basically.
Eyes got big.
Ashes, as you hold it though, you notice that very distinct chain necklace around your neck. It does fit very snugly into that gold sort of like teardrop shape pendant you do have on your
Alright,
necklace too.
hand it over. You said I got to hold it.
Can I try just one thing first?
No.
Just one thing, please.
Roll me a persuasion check.
That's a fair call.
Is that fair, DM?
I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Persuasion. 8
that
plus
cool?
7 is a...
Putting that charisma stat to use.
Can I see? 15.
Fine. But then I want it.
Okay. I just want to try something really quick.
And I think like Ashes like kind of grabs the pendant and just kind of carefully just tries to slot it in.
You slot it in, and it you see a contraption, almost like a shutter, like close around it.
Oh! Not cool.
I'm not there.
I was gonna say you're in the bar.
I'm crying over this ghost donkey
right now.
Skeleton.
Like I've never put anything into this necklace,
Never.
right?
Never.
Can you summon a wolf now? Because that's where Beasley comes from.
Is Molly saying that?
No.
Then forget it. I'm taking this advice.
She'll think it, but she's like...
So I'm just kind of like,
What the hell?
and I look at Beasley.
What is that?
It appears to be some sort of container. I don't know.
This is where you live. What do you mean you don't know?
It's a pocket dimension. I don't know.
Container for what?
Me normally.
What?
Beasley.
What's in that?
It's a pocket dimension. I just said.
Magpie, I didn't know that was gonna happen, I swear.
You can still get it out,
Could I?
just like you did with me.
Do it.
What did it have on it?
it.
We should stand outside at the very least.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Do it.
Okay, well,
Don't, what? No,
Wait,
Magpie.
1 second. Let's go outside in case we, like, blow the doors off this place.
Fine.
At least, okay, take it, sandwich.
You know what? I've done a lot of reading, and I'm not gonna eat any food here. By the way, I don't think anyone else should either.
Kram's like,
I'll eat yours.
he's got mustard on his face.
They're so good.
Anyways,
Like the best.
so I think like at the behest of Molly, Ash is just like, okay, I'll step outside for this.
Okay, so you guys step outside. Yeah, as you sort of clutch your hand to your necklace again, what are you thinking of?
Okay, so I think, you know, the only context Ashes has for his pendant is he knows that Beasley comes forth when he asks for it for him. So I think he will, in the very same fashion, just, you know, ask for that medallion back in the same kind of fashion.
Specifically visualizing the medallion, yes?
Yes, he's like just asking for it to come forth in the same fashion he does Beasley.
As the shutter closed around it, in the same fashion, the shutter opens and you can pull the medallion just as readily, with no consequence, out from your necklace.
It doesn't look any different, doesn't feel any different.
I thought it was gonna be a wolf.
You know, that wouldn't surprise me.
Alright. Now he's gonna turn to Magpie.
Hold on to this, but I think my necklace...
Look at that. That's a perfect fit. She attaches it to like the chain on her.
Which the chain pulls really far.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. It's
It's
like
beautiful.
I think my necklace might have something to do with that later, though.
At this point, Jaaldura and a very skeletal-looking Ipo walk up.
Oh my god, you're bringing the donkey with again, aren't you?
What the fuck?
What is that?
It brays.
Ipo, don't you recognise him?
No.
Look, we've all changed a little bit given our experiences.
Jaaldura.
I think Ipo is entitled
can't
to a
argue
little
with that.
change.
Where's his eyes and lips?
You know, he's
Remember that soft muzzle that's now gone?
I think kind of like taking this in, Ashes very carefully approaches Jaaldura.
still love him, even if he's like this now.
Jaaldura,
Look at the fucking
look at me very seriously.
purple donkey.
Remember how I said this is a dream? This is Dream Ipo.
More like Nightmare Epo.
This is a dream.
But
Ipo.
he's still Ipo.
He's Ipo in the dream, but our Ipo doesn't look like this, remember? Remember? So, this feels like Ipo, but just because it's a dream.
He should stay in his dream home.
Did the voices tell me this is Ipo?
Oh, sure they did.
Oh, me.
But he should come with us.
Well, what is Ipo possibly going to do?
We don't want to put
He
him
is-
in danger.
We don't want to
again.
put him in danger again, and he has plenty of hay in the barn.
But he has a very strong kick.
Yeah, but when has Ipo kicked anyone that wasn't you?
Good point.
Well, I think he just wants me to know how strong he is.
I know. You know what? You have trained Ipo so well. So I think Ipo should stay here and guard the house.
Yeah.
guard the house.
And you'll guard us, right?
And we need you.
I'll guard you.
And we gotta go find Gwen.
Go find Gwen.
And Ipo is going to keep an eye on the house. Because we'll have to come back here. And to make sure everything stays as it should be, I think we should have Ipo watch the house. Remember, he's very strong. You know he is. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Dream sandwich.
I don't think Jaaldura needs a sandwich. I think we should probably keep going.
Molly will grab it. I haven't eaten in 2 years.
You know what?
And like Ashes just like jostles his backpack around full of books.
You know, if you're not gonna listen to me, what is the point of all these books I just carry around? Is it just for my health? Is it getting me stronger? I don't know.
Hopefully.
It probably makes you stronger. Anyways, let's go find Gwen.
Yeah,
All right. So if I
Banana
did,
sandwich.
And then like Ashes is for Jaaldura, like is gonna point to the medallion currently on
Magpie.
Looks
Like
great,
a
right?
trophy.
Yes, you're even more shiny.
That's right.
it's great.
Where'd you get
So we found the first clue. This is our first key. So now we need to move on. Now, there's 2 more. This is a wolf. And now we need to find a moth and we need to find a bird. Do we have any ideas?
And at this point, like
Birds are usually in the sky.
Yeah, if you want me to restate
So,
the 2 clues for you guys. So the sparrow was climb the highest peak. You'll find me where the hour resounds. And the moth was dig deep beneath the nameless stone. You'll find me at the heart.
Okay. I'm thinking. Now, hear me out. Since we're already going in reverse order, maybe the moth is next.
Yeah. What's the nameless stone, though?
It's a great question.
Unmarked grave?
Beasley?
I was just gonna say that, Molly.
Unmarked grave?
Yeah.
Sounds like an
Magpie,
unmarked grave.
you know a lot about graves and eyeballs. Would there be an unmarked grave? Would Anton have told you if there was one?
Listen, Antoine tells me everything.
Sure.
So, do I know?
Roll me a history check.
Turn to DM.
Do I know?
Hey. Oh,
Ash's core is shredded.
Hell yeah, there is.
So many books.
Let me show you what womanly charms can bring about.
I'm done.
That. She's gonna stroke her, like, wispy beard.
Jaaldura is like 100% like,
You'll learn.
okay.
Let's go to the unmarked grave. And
Alright.
be really careful about yarn this time.
Yes.
We're looking out for all the yarn.
Yeah, how are you guys proceeding? So,
Well,
looking
I'm
out for
following
yarn,
Magpie.
and-
Magpie is going to be very careful.
You know exactly how to get to the graveyard from here. Like, the path ahead of you is exactly like it was from home. You know exactly how to get to town. You know exactly how to get to the graveyard. So, no survival checks needed. You come upon the graveyard, and it looks very similar to how you left it. It looks like it did even more similarly. I would say roll a perception check for me, please.
Come on, Magpie.
Moths. I don't like moths.
I think Ashes is going
16.
to take that.
16. Not only does it feel
Molly's
similar, it
hand
feels
again.
similar to how it looked 2 years ago. And it's still sort of that same, like, it's shrouded in mist, and it's still sort of that same, like, in between night and day. You're still sort of that caffeine, but also crashing feeling as you approach it.
Apt.
And you see on all of the, like, ahead of you in the distance, you see on all of the gravestones, bouquets of flowers. Bouquets of very strange, very bright flowers.
And that is not something we are used to in our.
They're all uniform too. Each of them are very uniform.
I start picking some for Gwen.
Wait!
Aww.
Making her a bouquet.
A bouquet.
This is not regular home. How many times do I have to say that to everyone? This is like not our house, not our place.
Moths.
When would ever stop me?
God.
True that.
Kram, please roll me a wisdom.
Moths. I
Molly, just don't touch this stuff, okay?
9.
9, nice. Okay, so for the
Can Molly just start summoning a few moths?
yeah, totally.
Like, out of her skin, like she's kind of losing control over this.
Molly.
Until your next long rest, you have disadvantage on wisdom saves because as you pick these flowers, like they smell so good, but they sort of like you know, a little bit of like a vaporous sort of like scent and it just like wafts into your nose, and that's all you can smell. And it's sort of like this dreamy, like everything's great.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Just building that bouquet.
Yeah.
Skipping through the
Do I start like singing a little bit to myself?
Yeah, you feel really
What do you sing?
Jaaldura,
good.
I know Kram won't listen to me, but will you listen to me? Don't touch any of these flowers. Don't touch anything.
Is for the way. Look at me. Oh, it's for the only one I see.
I love that you're essentially singing this to yourself because you're both of them.
It's great.
It's perfect. So Molly's summoning a bunch of moths.
You broke chat. Yeah, this is 420 Blaze at Kram.
I'm done.
Jaaldura, promise.
I'm listening.
Molly.
She's
We
like
have
just
to
watching
find-
like moths crawl over her hands.
Magpie's definitely going to just like,
See?
see, no big deal.
It just kind of snap her out of it. I feel
Are
like
you
that would
eating
be
the
enough to
flowers?
like
No,
break.
the moths she's summoning.
Yeah, the moths too, where they normally would look like normal moths at this point too. They're almost like white, they white and glow incandescently as you sort of like skitter them around. So they look very ethereal. Really interesting. Magpie, please roll me an investigation check looking for this unmarked.
Can I assist?
Yeah,
Please.
help.
Investigation.
Hip.
19 plus... Investigation 19 plus 5 is a 20.
Yeah, so Magpie, you start like trudging off, like describing where this unmarked grave is to Ashes, as Ashes is like trying to stay Jaaldura's hand basically, and you like see her going off in absolutely the wrong direction for what she's describing.
Wait, I think it's over here. Just a guess.
Even though you super know it.
See, I was just looking for everyone.
Well, this is the Feywild.
Can I roll an insight check? Does Magpie love Antoine?
I don't know the answer to that question. So this is a Shelby DC.
What'd you roll?
Insight 16.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Magpie feels lust for Antoine.
She's thirsty.
It's a very much like a
Oh.
secret.
She wants to rub her beard on him.
He likes it.
In naughty
Wait,
places.
he likes it like this has already happened?
This is canon.
I don't know. Has it? Check these diamond rings on my fingies. Whoa, all the engagement rings that Magpie has found from the graves.
He finds them and gives them to her. That's
I don't know. Do you think it's happened?
Oh god.
Magpie's like fluttering her rings to herself for some reason as she's walking along, having pivoted directions at reluctantly at Ash's behest. But he was right. Like you were kind of heading in the wrong direction. You turn around and find yourself at a precipice of many different gravestones. Please roll me a perception check. Magpie, please roll me a perception check.
You're daydreaming about Anton.
Those teeth, those eyes. 9.
9. Not a high DC though, because you're right up on it. So Magpie's far away from you guys.
Right on it.
You notice something strange. You do see the gravestone ahead of you is blank. You see the unmarked gravestone, but you notice the name to the immediate left of it.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't want to distract yet.
What?
That's fine.
What do it say?
It's fine.
Chat's being unruly.
Oh, I
50
see.
Shades of Grave.
I see.
Yes! Anyway, okay, back to the story.
The name directly adjacent to the gravestone is Ash's Torzalon.
Fuck! What?
And as you look around, the one to the right of it is Molly's. It's Molly Barryfoot. And
She's gonna like peek over her shoulder at Molly like, ooh.
the three
Does
behind
Molly
it.
walk over now?
Yeah, you guys sort of like make your approach. You guys haven't seen it yet, but you see the three behind it too. Magpie. One is Gwendolyn Oaks. One is yours, and one is Jaaldura's.
Do I see Gwen's?
I think after a moment after you approach, I don't think you would notice it right away, but
Your
you can...
Feywild-induced happiness.
I'm going to. Do I see this, by the way?
You can't read.
Oh shit, I can't read.
Oh, I can't either.
It's
They all look like jumbled letters.
fine. Who has a shovel?
Wait! What do you mean a shovel? Alright, as I approach this, I'm obviously going to see that my grave is next to it. And I'm gonna, like, blanch.
Yeah, I think Molly is like in that same spot.
Listen. We're all feeling fine. Where's the shovel?
I think, like, Ash is kind of like, you know when, like, stuff happens around you, but, like, it feels like you have cotton in your ears? Just very, like, quietly, like, walks up to his grave and just, like, puts his hand on his name. Because he doesn't get this at all.
I'm gonna watch him very carefully as he does this. I don't know what it says, but I'm watching.
Yeah, you just see Ash's
Ash's
approaching his
reaction,
grave very
yeah.
reverently.
And
Is
he
there
just
a
kind of
shovel
just,
Roll me a perception check.
Did you lose your mom?
just, like, ignores just Beasley.
21.
21. Weirdly enough, Kram has one, like in his hand.
Has what in his
A
hand?
shovel?
Can I get that from you, please? That shovel.
What?
Can I borrow your shovel?
Why?
He's like, I don't know when it got here, but it's mine.
She's gonna look at her own name on the grave. My rich uncle.
Ooh.
Wink
Get
at
it. I want some though.
Just like start furiously digging to see what's in her own
Is that your
grave.
digging action?
So you're furious. Go ahead, roll me an athletics check.
Because that's the strength of magpies.
Okay.
Kram sees it.
14.
Ashes is being
Nice.
very sorrowful and just lays a flower on the
Aww.
It's almost worse.
14.
14. You're like sweating and red, and
she's like, ah. What the fuck?
Sweating and red. You get down like to 1 foot's worth, basically. So Magpie is now 3 foot tall instead of 4 foot tall, as she's kind of like just sunk in a little bit, as she's like cartoon style, just like getting through this grave. You continue on, and you do not hit purchase. 6 feet under, you do not hit any sort of purchase. Roll me an investigation check, though.
Keep going. 18. Or
18.
no, sorry, 16.
18, or 16, I'm sorry. 16, you never hit any sort of like casket, any sort of board, any sort of like wood surface, but you do see something very, very shiny sort of like poking out through the soil.
Is it any... look at myself. Is it anything I recognize from myself? What is it?
It's like coins. It looks like very ornate coins from some... Like, you can't recognize the symbols on them, but something that you've never seen before. Very, very shiny, very, very gold.
She's gonna pick them up and look at them.
Did you find something?
No.
Is your uncle rich?
Not as rich as I thought.
Hey, what do you got? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Lies. Give me some.
I'm just gonna continue to stare at Ash's like stricken face while that's all happening.
Yeah, Magpie, as you're looking up towards Kram, you see this silhouette of a very tall, like slender figure sort of like loom over top of him.
Is it my Antoine?
It might be. What's your AC?
13?
No, Kram's. What's Kram's AC?
Whoa.
15.
Noted. This figure sort of, you see Kram being lifted off of the ground and then thrown into the grave. We're all going to roll initiative, but we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and then come back and roll our stuff. So yeah, everybody give me your initiative.
Best reactions ever.
Okay.
I got a unnatural 20.
That's about right.
A thick 20, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh!
Unnatural 20.
What's your you guys both got a natural 20, so what's your dex mod?
+3.
Good. I'm after.
Okay, so
I have a 14.
14.
8.
8.
Dex mods?
+4.
+2.
I just imagine. Are you like landing on top of Magpie? Are you gonna utilize this moment to grab as much shiny things as you possibly can?
Ooh, go find your own.
I feel
No,
like
you can't get me off. I'm like on your back.
I feel like Magpie would fight harder for her trinkets than her fucking life.
She really would.
It's entirely
With the
possible.
bird, she was like, ah.
All right, let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll rock and roll with this. So stay tuned, guys. Go refill your drinks. We'll be back in a very, very short amount of time.
Bye.
Yeah.
okay.